Hi, this is Chief Education Officer Bill Olson, and welcome to another school district update. Well, we're trending towards the end of January, cold, snowy, drizzly weather, but spring we know is just around the corner. In referring to the winter time, I'm going to ask if you have a child who would like to help me make a decision on a no school day. Now, this is something that I've done in other locations throughout my career. Students are thrilled to be able to participate. If we have what I anticipate to be an upcoming snowstorm that could be of sizable magnitude, I will sometimes call a family after they have expressed interest in that to me, and asked to speak with a particular student who shows an interest in meteorology and wants to talk with me. Now, this is at 4:30 or 4:45 in the morning, to collaborate with me in terms of making a decision on whether or not we should have school that particular day. So if you have a child who is interested in talking with me at very early in the morning, but I'll ask them some questions in terms of why they think we should either have school or not have school, and we'll make a joint decision. You please send me an email. My email is everett.olsen, O-L-S-E-N, at sau26.org. Students have been thrilled to do that in prior years in the former district. It's something they remember for a long time. And I like to have students participate in a lot of phases of school operations. This is one that I think they'll remember for the rest of their lives, that they helped the superintendent or chief education officer in this point, in this town, to make a decision on whether or not to have school. So let me know, send me an email if you think you have a child who'd be interested in talking to me very early in the morning. The only thing I'd ask is that you, as the mom or dad, obviously answer the phone. We work this out in advance so that you know when I'm calling and about what I'll be calling. And so if you're interested, let me know, because it's a lot of fun and can be challenging. All right, lots of activity at Merrimack High School and throughout the entire school district. At the high school, Sarah Campbell, who is a superb teacher and advisor to the Granite State Challenge team, has let me know that the first Granite State Challenge, the first episode of the 42nd season of the Granite State Challenge, will take place on Thursday, February 8th at 7:30 p.m. Merrimack takes on Belmont to see which team will advance to the quarterfinals. And we're expecting big things from the Merrimack team again this year. As you know, they've finished at or near the top for many, many years. Just an outstanding team, outstanding job by Sarah in terms of preparing the team members for the Granite State Challenge. From Holly Hall, who is our Director of Alternative Pathways to Graduation, and working very heavily in the development of extended learning opportunities that provide students with the ability to experience real life occurrences and for credit, for elective credit. Holly has let me know that more than a dozen Merrimack High School students with an interest in law, policing, forensics, and community service began the very first Merrimack Police Department Team Academy recently. It'll run for 8 weeks. I hope to offer it regularly. It's one of the new extended learning opportunities. It's an interesting opportunity, fascinating opportunity for students to learn in areas of their passion. And so the students not only learn a lot, have some fun doing it, also have some real life experiences, but also earn elective credit at the high school. So thank you to Holly. Holly has done an outstanding job. About a year and a half, 2 years ago when I first began here, one of the first things that I realized is that we did not have a program at the high school that help students, maybe sometimes a reluctant student, have an alternative pathway to graduation. They're providing them with some programming that's a little bit different than seat time, than sitting in a classroom all day, every day in the old conventional model of what we all have thought and known as education. So I met with the high school administration. I said, you know, during the 2023-2024 school year, we're going to have something that will provide some programming opportunities and graduation opportunities for those students, not only those students who are currently in the high school, but those who left high school, who dropped out. We allow them an opportunity to come back, complete some coursework, and through various opportunities and experiences to receive a diploma from Merrimack High School. And so it's an exciting program. Very, very pleased to say that it has exceeded our expectations in terms of the level of integrity of the program, the offerings of the program, what the students experience. We were hoping for something that would develop over 2 or 3 years. I will tell you right now, in the first year, it's already an outstanding opportunity and a well-planned program by Harley Hall. He's done just a fabulous job and takes great pride in the fact that we're finally beginning to adjust our school district to the needs of students. You know, the model for many, many years, for decades and decades and decades, has been, well, every student has to adjust to what we're doing and how we're doing it. That's not what we're all about. That's not what we should be all about. We need to make adjustments to what we're doing to meet the needs, understand the needs, and to meet those needs of our students. Holly has a great website online, and I encourage you to take a look at it. It's Merrimack High School Pathways to Graduation. I think you'll find it some fascinating material. Track and field and other sports have been very, very busy at the high school. I'm just going to read through some great accomplishments by some of our students. You know, they always make us proud. They not only make you proud as parents, they make us very proud as students in our school district. That's what we're all about, growing and developing together, honoring the accomplishments of everyone, whether it's a staff member or a student, whether they're in preschool or 12th grade and everywhere and anywhere in between. So at the high school, in indoor track and field, congratulations to Lexi Best, who was the New Hampshire Winter Track League Athlete of the Week for the week of January 21st. Based on her performance in Providence, Rhode Island, Lexi is the top-ranked sprinter and long jump athlete in New Hampshire. That is quite an accomplishment. Congratulations to the following Merrimack High School athletes for their outstanding performances as a freshman. Annabelle Cassidy was #1 ranked in shot put. Austin Cassidy is #1 ranked in the 300-meter dash and long jump. Luke Fellow, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, it's either Fellow or Fellow, is #4 ranked in the 600-meter run, and Braden Miller, #4 ranked in the 1,000-meter run. These rankings were compiled over 50 schools who entered the New Hampshire Winter Track League. And so to Annabelle, Austin, Luke, and Braden, congratulations on a job well done and tremendous effort that you have exhibited. In gymnastics, if you haven't heard about Mia LeBlanc, Mia is an outstanding gymnast in multiple areas, whether it's the high bar, the balance beam, the floor exercise, and everywhere in between. She's done an outstanding job and is looking forward to qualifying for the U.S. Gymnastics national team. She has recently been featured on a WMUR TV snippet, and she has been designated as a hometown hero by WMUR. We're looking for great things from Mia. As I said, she has her sights on, and I've seen a video clip on that program, on the WMUR program, of her accomplishments, and she is outstanding. And so we wish her well. We hope she qualifies for the U.S. Gymnastics national team. We'll follow her progress all the way, and I look forward to reporting her progress to you in the future. With respect to the swim team, Merrimack had 9 first-place wins in the state qualifying event. Ethan Nguyen, Allie Marvel, Sarah Conquest, and Jose Stevens were outstanding performers. The following swimmers had personal best times: Allie Marvel, Kira Fu, Alexis Emond, Shaylin Sasha. So congratulations to all of them. Something I've mentioned to you before, and I want to mention to you again, which is very near and dear to all of us, is the Unified Basketball League. We have another game coming up on this Thursday, tomorrow, as of this filming, at Merrimack High School at 3:30. Runs 3:30 to 4:30. It's a league that provides basketball opportunities to students with disabilities. And it is absolutely incredibly inspiring. I went to the last home game. I'll go to the game tomorrow also, prior to a budget meeting that we have with a budget committee member at about 4:30. But at 3:30 we'll be at the Unified Basketball game. It's something that you really have to take in. What I was particularly pleased at is the number of spectators, not only the parents of the students, but the students at Merrimack High School. As I've said before, they make us proud each and every day. At tomorrow's game, there'll be members of the Merrimack High School Choir singing the national anthem. The cheerleaders will be there, as they have been in the past, cheering on the students who will be participating in the basketball event. Best Buddies are coming. The girls' basketball team is coming to assist. It's really tremendously inspiring. You know, we use the term sometimes refer to some children with disabilities. Well, those children also have very special abilities. And that's how we like to think about every child. Yes, every child is unique. Some children can do things better than others. Some students have greater cognitive abilities. And that's what life is all about. And our job is to encourage and inspire all of our children, those who don't have disabilities and those who do. And once again, referring to those with disabilities who we label as disabilities, as children, as students with special abilities. So hope you can make it 3:30, January 25th, Thursday afternoon at Merrimack High School Gymnasium for the Unified Basketball event. The cheering for the team members is just astounding and very heartening. All right, moving on. Amy Piccolo at the high school has shared with me that 2 students were recognized by the New Hampshire Scholastic Art Awards. Cameron Damaris won 5 Silver Key Awards, that's incredible, and 2 Gold Key Awards for his work in photography. Vanessa Carlson was awarded 3 honorable mentions for her photographs. The New Hampshire Scholastic Art Awards is a regional art competition that selects up to 30% of all work, just 30% of all work that is submitted to be exhibited at the Stockbridge Theatre in Derry, and only 7% of the selected work can be awarded Gold Keys, keeping in mind that Cameron Damaris has 2 Gold Key Awards. So congratulations, outstanding job. Sophomores, Danielle, and Danielle, I hope I pronounce your name correctly, Kovachenko and Lily Dahlbeck-Joyal will represent Merrimack High School at the New Hampshire Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Seminar at St. Anselm College this spring. The Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Organization is a national organization with a mission to inspire and develop a global community of youth and volunteers dedicated to leadership, service, and innovation. And we know that in our students we have some outstanding leaders, not only currently displaying leadership abilities, but oftentimes you can see it in them in terms of the future leaders that will shape our nation, that will shape our lives in years to come. Well, we're still very busy in the budget season right now. Well, we've had lots and lots of budget meetings, but they've been very interesting conversations, very informative conversations. The importance of them, and those, particularly all of them being in public, they're all public sessions and televised, with our school board or the school budget committee, is that it's important for us to try and convey to the various boards and to you as taxpayers what our budget represents, what we hope to accomplish with the budget, excuse me, and what we hope to see the students be able to do and accomplish with the programs, the personnel, the services that we're bringing forth in the 2024-2025 budget. You know, the budget book is, as I said to the budget committee last week, nothing more than a book full of numbers. But behind every one of those numbers is a person, is a material, is a supply, is a contract service, is school transportation, it's nurses, it's health and safety considerations, all sorts of components in the operation of a school district to benefit the development and well-being of our students and also the well-being of our staff. We have several more budget meetings coming up. We have a budget meeting coming up on the 29th with the school board where they will give us a little bit more direction in terms of where they think the bottom line of the budget should be. And probably we will gravitate to that area level. We don't know what it is right now, but you know, the school board represents you. They represent the community. They're the eyes and the ears and the voice of taxpayers, and they feed information back to us. And we greatly respect that. We respect the information that you convey to the school board, and we respect the input and the thoughts that the school board conveys to us, and also the budget, the school budget committee. We want to put together a budget that represents students extremely well. We've done a lot over the last 2 years to improve our school district. We will not stop our efforts to try and improve what we do, how we do it, when we do it. It's all about understanding what the current and emerging needs are of our students and taking a look at how we provide services. What's the model that we use for providing services to students, whether it be in the direct classroom instruction or in intervention services, either in or outside the classroom, social, emotional support, you name it, co-curricular activities, athletics, theater arts, music opportunities. We try to understand what the needs are and the developmental needs are of all of our students, and we try our best to meet those needs. We'll have several more meetings with our school board and with the school budget committee. We enjoy them. We enjoy the engagement because it's important for people to know what we're trying to accomplish and how much it will cost to accomplish that. You know, we take great pride in trying to keep our budget as reasonable as possible. It's not only the amount of money that an organization receives, it's how you spend it. It's just like a home life and consumers. It's not sometimes how much money you earn, it's how you choose to spend that, what your priorities are. And I like to think we have carefully identified priorities that need to be addressed in the 2024-2025 budget. Coming up on the warrant also at the deliberative session, as you may or may not have heard, is the issue of a new SAU central office. I'm not here to ask you to support or not support that warrant article. That is not my position. I'm not allowed to do that by law. However, what I will say is if you have a question, any question about that warrant article, I'll always be glad to talk with you. You can either email me call me at the office or come on in. I love to engage people in conversation face to face. This is something that about a year and a half ago, I met with our excellent Assistant Superintendent for Finance, Matt Chevernell, because I saw firsthand the deficiencies of our existing central office. It's an old home that was built to be a home. It doesn't have any conference room meeting space, doesn't have any space beyond just very, very small bedrooms that we work out of as an office. There are deteriorating conditions in the building. Half of our staff, at least, is in the basement of the building, which is subterranean, with only windows up at about a 6 or 7 foot height above their head. It's cramped. It's not particularly secure in terms of our ability to store records, and there are records retention requirements that we have to meet. We need a new district office. That's the reality. And about a year and a half ago, as I said, I mentioned to our assistant superintendent, let's begin the conversation again, because I know that even though I've only been here for 2 years now, I'm in my 3rd year, the plans for a new central office go back about 20 years. And my issue is that I don't think it has been addressed to the extent that it should have been over the years, because every time that officials delay a decision, whether it's for good reason or not, the cost in subsequent years continues to escalate. So it's easy at one point in time to not make a decision to advance something to the voters. But what you have to say to voters is, by holding off and not doing anything, it's going to cost them more down the road. And that's something to keep in mind. We're not trying to spend taxpayer dollars frivolously, but there are certain basic requirements for office space, for functioning. We need a conference room. That conference room, incidentally, would be used for lots of training that we are obligated to provide, or that we feel is very helpful to provide to improve our skills in our teaching staff and improve the skills of our administrators. It is a conference room space that, if that building is built, can be used by other town departments also, which is very, very important, because I don't see there being a lot of functional space in Merrimack for town departmental meetings. In my former district, we used to have the police and fire department do some of their trainings out of that conference room. There would be debriefing sessions and sort of therapeutic sessions when EMTs, when firemen, when police officers came across very, very difficult scenes, in tragic scenes that would require some counseling for them. Those were all held, for the most part, in our conference room in my former district. And that's how I see it being used more as a community center also, that would allow all town departments to have the ability to use it. We just need some functional space. We live a nomadic existence right now in the school district, where we have to go to other locations if they have a space suitable for the number of people that are going to meet, to be able to meet, instead of at the central office. So we're wasting time, wasting a lot of time, and we don't like to do that, because we try to be as efficient and as effective as possible. Have we looked at other alternatives? Yes. Has the idea of the structure that's the police department right now being taken over by the school administration? Well, we've looked at the floor plans. They're not suitable. The configuration of the building, the offices, are really not suitable for our operation. And the reality is, by the time a new public safety center is proposed and designed and built, it's probably going to be another 5 to 7 years. Now, that's my speculation. Someone may feel differently, but I've been in municipal work for now 54 years, and I know that things take time to develop and to be implemented. We've looked at, over the last year, we've looked at some commercial office space, but oftentimes that's only in small segments. It could be a large complex, but only 3,000 or 4,000 square feet available. Could we look at large aggregate open, almost like warehouse space? Well, we do that from time to time. The problem is it costs a lot of money to petition those facilities to put in life safety features, fire alarms and security alarms, etc., to bring them up to a code that is appropriate for our functioning. So the best alternative is to construct a new stick-built office facility for a school department functioning. It would be designed and built over the next couple of years if the warrant article is approved. And, you know, we would look forward to the fact that it would be a very functional facility. We're not into extravagant facilities. We're not into lots of wasted space that needs to be heated. We're not into facilities that have 20 and 25-foot ceilings and entrance ways. They look great, but we're not looking for something, a building that is a testimonial to architectural creativity. We're looking for a simple building with simple office space and some conference space to make the school system, central office, central leadership function work. So if you're interested in any information, I'll be very glad to provide that to you. I will never provide any disinformation to voters, because that is the enemy of a democratic process. That legislative process of town meeting, the worst thing that could happen is for you to have bad information or inaccurate information. It's not going to come from this superintendent nor anyone in our office. And I'm not saying that anyone is providing false information. It's just that when I tell you something, when you ask a question, and any answer that I give you will be truthful and not an enhanced answer to fit our case. So please contact me if you have any questions. If you want me to do a group meeting with a number of your friends and neighbors, just let me know, and I'll be glad to do that, because I want you to have the correct information for you to be able to go to the deliberative session and either vote yes or vote no on the warrant article on the new SAU office. Well, that's it for now. Lots of things as we proceed to the springtime, lots of interesting activities, and I'll report on those to you. Please remember my office door is always open. If you come over to the high school or anywhere near the high school, you know, we're in that little tiny house, so just sort of almost in front of the high school or to the side of it. Stop in and say hi. Enjoy the conversation with you. I want to get to know you, and I'd like to have you get to know me and what I'm all about and what we're all about in terms of providing the best education possible for your children. This is Bill Olson, Chief Education Officer. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for being with me.